yes, guys, I have an interesting story for us that we'll be looking at. Now, the first one is about a UNN student that killed a lady over 5,000 naira for sex. What is the story all about? The story is about this guy. He's a UNN 200 level student. And according to the story, they agreed on the price, 5,000 naira. But after their sex romp, this girl demanded for extra or additional 15,000 naira. Before you know it, argument ensued and it turned into violence that resulted to this guy strangling this lady to death. And after that done, he put this girl, he wrapped this girl's body and hid it under the bed. So the hotel management get to find out when the smell started coming out. They started perceiving the smell from this bed, from the bed, when they came to check into the hotel. So what do you think about this transactional sex of a thing among young girls? We've heard stories about this thing all the time. Sex, transactional sex between a young girl that is supposed to be in school or that has finished school, probably as a means of livelihood or for the interest or the benefit they intend to gain. Onyinye, what do you think about it?
Okay, of the truth is that many young girls, they tend to go into transactional sales because of poverty. You know, some students do not come from homes where they get all the want, the luxury and all of that. And most times they are being forced to engage in such just so they can put food on their table and then, okay, just so they can put food on their table or meet up with school expenses. So that's just the thing.
Okay. So Chisom, what do you think? Why do you think young girls go into sex relationship transaction?
Another thing is peer pressure.
Okay.
Peer pressure makes most of these girls go into different things they're not supposed to go into just to look good, get nice wigs, luxury bags. That peer pressure thing is really the main thing here.
Okay.
Just like the story of that girl, I don't think that story is adding up. Because peer pressure actually pushes girls to do different things that they don't want to do. You know, when you're not wearing the things on Vogue, doing the things on Vogue, you know, there is this kind of criticism that affects your self-esteem as a person. That's what I think.
Okay, so Kenny J.
For me, I would say social media. Because these are generational. We believe that impressing people on social media, we put a lot of priority on that, not looking forward to the consequences of our actions. So I think social media has a lot of role to play when it comes to what that lady did. So I don't know, I'm not in her shoes, but I feel social media can influence her to take such heart.
Okay, so we looked at the social media pressure and this thing about you wanting to belong. Yes. We looked at the poverty aspect. Some people are really suffering. Yeah. Maybe they have resorted to finding a means of livelihood. They don't have any help, but it still is not enough reason for you to dive or engage yourself into such, because there are so many dangers posed to that. So we will be looking at the dark side of this student lifestyle. Onyinye, what can you tell us about this dark side about student lifestyle that we don't know?
Okay. The thing there is that when we come out or when we go on social media or even in our environment, we see students living lavishly, we see them spending, doing a lot of things, and then we are marveled, we don't know how they are doing these things. The thing is that some students leave school to go, they call it hustle actually, but to go into runs or prostitution just to get the money they want, just to enjoy that luxury. When we see them enjoying it, most times it's not based off hard work. Okay. Most of them leave school, especially on Fridays. Okay, when I was in school, I stayed in the hostel. So once it's Saturday, weekend, immediately after lectures, I always notice that the hostel is always empty. You see them packing bags, and when you ask them, they'll be like, hey, I'm going to my uncle's place. I'm so, all of you have uncles. All of you have uncles in AI. All of you have, they are going to their uncles. When they are packing, they are not packing the decent, like normal.
Packing, yeah.
Yes. You see them with their small bags, they call it sexy gown and all of that. Yes, bomb shots. And then you think they're actually going to AI.
Yeah.
You see, if any day you mistakenly go to Enugu or you are passing by Enugu, you see them there at night.
Wow.
Yes, they are doing prostitution. They are just there looking for people that will patronize their business. And then when they realize money from it, they use it to, lavish in school and then sponsor their luxury lifestyle that they target us. So I think that's the one dark side of student that people don't really know about.
That's true. Okay, so Chisom, what can you add to what she said already?
I'll talk about exploitation
Okay.
and unsafe environment. I'll start with exploitation. Exploitation in the sense that there are some of these girls that are lacking. They don't have money for their basic needs. Clothing, handouts, most of it. So because of this lack of basic needs, it might result into, following all these men for those things. And in that process, do you know this main thing they always say, use what you have to get what you want?
Yes.
And they'll now tell them that before I can help you, you already know what you do.
Condition.
They will give them conditions. So many of them will be like, and they mostly exploit all these innocent girls that, they are from poor families actually.
Yeah.
Because that man that is making her do those stuff, he can't even advise his girls to do such. But because the girl is poor, she has no choice, and they exploit them in the process. In the sense that, many of them will even lose concentration in school and fall victims of ritual and rape. So when it comes to unsafe environment, regardless of the fact that the environment is unsafe, you've heard all this Yahoo boys story where they dropped their girlfriend on the road and they ran mad. Girls still even do this. And every year, every day, it's even on the increase. Basically because of what? They lack basic needs. That's why this exploitation and then unsafe environment comes in.
Okay, so let's be looking at the legal aspect. So how do you think that the legal system can handle cases involving transactional sex? Kayinde?
I think the way the legal practitioner can come into this case, I feel is by bringing out law, setting law that you can't hold anybody against his own will. You can't hold me against what I feel I want to do with my body. But another thing is there should be law. Like let's say for instance, maybe you are lodging in a hotel with someone, and the hotel manager now has all the right to look after your own safety. Like maybe that person is coming out, you should have these how am I going to put it now? You should have these legal agencies as someone that you'll be able to call on as an hotel manager. You should have their numbers in place. At least maybe if anything should come, like maybe it's not in control or you can't take control, you can't take charge over it. You should be able to call on those people and lay your complaints. This person did this person did that. So I think law should be stated.
Oh, yeah. We talk about law being put in place in order to safeguard these people. Okay. So Chisom, do you have anything to add?
I would like to throw more light on what she said.
Okay.
On that aspect of law enforcement agencies, I think they should bring about individuals that are more knowledgeable about these cases. Not just knowledgeable, people that are willing, they have the zeal to look into such cases, because many of these enforcement agencies, these individuals that handle such cases, they have this kind of mindset that since it's transactional, they won't do much. These sex workers, they are human beings. They have their fundamental human rights. So they should make individuals that are motivated, those that have the motivation, they should, that are not after money. They should, put them in these law enforcement bodies to carry out their functions very properly, because they take these cases very lightly.
Okay, so let's look at the aspects of universities and communities, like the host environment. How can they create a safer environment for students?
Okay, I think universities should organize symposiums, seminars, conferences as well for students, especially the females, to enlighten them on the need to be independent, work for your money, not going out of, the line just so you can live whatever life that you want to live. And even if you think your family is not financially buoyant enough to sponsor you, you can engage in other things. They just enlighten female on the need to do things on their own. And it's also important that they make hostels safe for girls. Do you know that some ladies go out, some ladies leave their hostel during the weekend to go see some men because they feel like that environment that they are going to is very conducive for them. There's water, there's light, everywhere is neat. I'm telling you, yes,
it can trigger some girls.
Yes,
yeah.
You see them living. Have you been to some school hostels? There's no light. Every day they are complaining. There's no light. There's no water. And then
to go out there, you just weekend.
Yes, and you see them, instead of them to use the toilet, you see them using leathers or nylon. They'll pull and then they'll just dispose it anywhere. These things they are doing is not making the environment safe for them. And you see them going out of their way to do whatever they want to do. And then for the communities, some communities actually have hand in all of this. Yes,
they don't frown at it.
Some of the host communities have. So I think community leaders, whether from the local government chairman, the villages, the village chiefs, the kings, I think they should talk to people in the community and tell them that okay, these people we are hosting, it's also our responsibility to make sure that these people are safe. People don't need to harass them. And if they can, they should also make available vigilante groups to protect these people. So when
this thing you said just reminded me about something that happened during my NYSC days. The community that we were posted for our PPA, they were very nice to us. They were very kind. And one thing about community is that if you're a new person, they will always know that this person is not an indigent. And the way they will treat you will make you feel at home. So sometimes the communities in which you find yourself have a lot of roles to play. That's the truth about what you said. And when you talk about this, the school environment, putting things in place, measures in place, like toilets, all these things that will make students to feel relaxed is a necessity. Can you do? You seem to have a lot to say.
When you were saying something about a lady, like maybe the way she dresses, the way she, like the environment, the host communities now. You see, somewhere in Ondo State, in the market there, if they see any lady that maybe the attitude is not, or the actions is not okay. Maybe the dressing, the way she talks. I noticed that the market women they will definitely, talk against the, and the lady will be ashamed.
They have orthodox mindset.
So I think them coming together, they want to achieve one particular goal. They're, putting the ladies, is another thing to spell out your body, is another thing to, talk to your child about it, you understand? So I think what they're trying to do is to call the lady to order that, no, this, like, life doesn't go this way every time. It can still, understand?
Okay, Chisom, do you have anything to add to this?
Well,
or do you have all spoken your mind?
On the aspect of the host communities, you need to convince them to create a safer, environment for them, because most of these people in these communities, they have orthodox mindsets. So many of them don't even want to hear the word sex. Many of them don't even like it. So you need to just create awareness that they should create a safer space.
Okay, back to our story. Remember, we are talking about the UNN guy that murdered someone. As a parent, if you hear something like this, how will you feel? You sent your child to school and you're hearing this kind of story. Now, it has happened, it has happened.
Yeah.
One thing about life is that once your life is lost, it can never be regained.
Yes.
So let's look at the aspect of the roles of the hotel management. It has happened on different basis, on different occasions. There is one that said that he lodged in a hotel. He had a meeting. So when he lodged in the hotel, that was how the hotel I think the receptionist and the management, I don't know, it's like they are doing something very snoopy in that hotel. That was how they connived and they killed this guy, this young guy. They took out some of his body parts and all of that. But what saved him was that before he left his house, he informed his wife that he's lodged in this particular place. So in this kind of case, in this kind of story that we are hearing these days, especially this one as a case study, what do you think the hotel management will do better? The roles that they are supposed to play in this kind of thing,
Okay.
to prevent it from happening.
Okay. It's important to understand that when concerning this case, this girl that was killed, I think when they were lodging, there were two persons that lodged into the hotel, right?
Yes, yes.
And then when they were coming back, I think it was just the guy that left.
Yeah.
So I think hotel management should always checkmate or be sure that those two persons that lodged into the hotel are the same persons that will come out. It's not that you allow one person to just go and later on, because that girl's body was discovered after 2 days of her being there. So even if they don't want to check out together, I think the hotel is supposed to like hold that person that is checking in. It's not like you'll be rude, sir, please, we just want to, be sure of whatever it is that happened. And then you go to the hotel room, you knock to be sure that the second person is okay, she's fine. Are you okay? So I think some hotels do this, but it's not common. You go on interval to check on that person. Hope you are fine. Sometimes you can pretend like it's room service, but it's not room service. You just want to know if those two people are okay. Do you understand? So you don't just allow one person to check out like that, and then the other is there, and then after some days you just go and start discovering something new.
That person has been
It's wrong. Secondly, I think hotels should make availability of CCTV cameras. I think they should mount it in different places. I think, and when you are mounting it, don't mount it in a place that it could be seen. It can be seen. Mount it in a place that is hidden, so that even when you try, because when they discover that there is a CCTV there, they can, spoil it. Yes, now
Of course, they can destroy it.
Yes, destroy it. So just hide it. Hide it. Yes, you don't intrude into it. On the contrary, it's life that we are trying to save here. So when you are there, there's nothing like privacy. That's just the truth. So what you have to do, infuse this CCTV camera in hidden places. You know when to on and at least you just on and check that this person is okay, and then you can turn it off, so that you can see what is happening there, because once they finish what they are doing, they will leave and you will not get a trace. There's no trace. There's no evidence. Trace. I wasn't caught in the act, right? Sure. That guy now, he wasn't caught in the act. He's just a suspect as far as we are concerned. So, but if there is camera, I think
when you talked about this camera.
No, wait. It's not possible for you to set the camera maybe inside the room.
Yeah, because that would be too much privacy.
Possible.
Because we're student that privacy.
Maybe it should just be at the entrance of the room.
Yes.
Like when you're coming out. And when you're going.
I want to throw more light on what she said. Based on that hotel management aspect, many hotels don't know what it is to manage a hospitality establishment. There are rules. There are training you undergo as a staff in a hospitality establishment. Many of them don't know. So the story is never adding up. Somebody checked in with a female and checked out a female. You guys don't even care. You don't even, it's very crazy. Okay, if they didn't find that girl's dead body, they wouldn't know that the other female have not checked out. It's very
That's
crazy,
very
and
bad.
that's carelessness on their own side, on their own part. To be honest,
The receptionist to be
many of them just build hotels for
It's only the
profit's sake.
receptionist.
because yes, now when you are going, you should drop the key to the right.
They just build hotels for profit's sake. They don't even, you don't give that customer service. Their safety is part of it. They just build hotels just for profit aspect.
What about this registration that they normally do? Like when you walk into a hotel, you meet the receptionist, then you write down your names and all of that. This thing is adding up. Even the CCTV camera that we are talking about, some of these CCTV camera are just for fancy. It's not even working. Okay. So, but that being said, okay, we'll just take a break, and when we come back, will we continue? Stay tuned.